Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasa Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktirabhavati Naishthike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 10, Text number 45. Nasya karmani janmado parasyanu vidhiyate kartutva pratishethartham mayayaropita hi tata. Nasya karmani janmado parasyanu vidhiyate kartutva pratishethartham mayayaropitam hita. Nasya karmani janmado parasyanu vidhiyate kartutva pratishethartham mayayaropita hitata. Na, never, asya, of the creation, karmani, in the matter of, janmado, creation and destruction, parasya, of the supreme, anuvidhiyate, it is so described, kartutva, engineering, pratishedhartham, counteract, mayaya, by the external energy, aropitam, is manifested. He fought, tata, the creator. There is no direct engineering by the Lord for the creation and destruction of the material world. What is described in the Vedas about his direct interference is simply to counteract the idea of the material nature. He is creator. The Vedic direction for a creation, maintenance and destruction of the material world is this. Yato vai mani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivante yat prayantya avisamvishanti. Everything is created by Brahman. After creation, everything is maintained by Brahman. And after annihilation, everything is conserved in Brahman. Gross materialists, without any knowledge of a Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan, conclude material nature to be the ultimate cause of the material manifestation. And the modern scientists also share this view that the material nature is the ultimate cause of all the manifestation of the material world. This view is refuted by all Vedic literature. The Vedanta philosophy mentions that Brahman, is the fountainhead of a creation, maintenance and destruction. And Srimad Bhagavatam, the natural commentation on the Vedanta philosophy, says, Janmadhyasya yata anvayat itarashartheshva bhigyaswarat. Inner matter or inert matter is undoubtedly energy with the potential to interact, but it has no initiative of its own. Srimad Bhagavatam therefore comments on the aphorism Janmadhyasya yatha, saying Abhidnya and Swarat, that is, Supreme Brahman is not inert matter, but he is supreme consciousness and is independent. Therefore, inert matter cannot be ultimate cause of the creation, maintenance and destructions of the material world. Superficially, material nature appears to be the cause of the creation, maintenance and destruction. But the material nature is set into motion for a creation by the Supreme Conscious Being, the personality of the Godhead. He is the background of all creation, maintenance and destruction. And this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter and text verse. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. The material nature is one of the energies of the Lord, and she can work under the direction of the Lord, Adhyakshena. When the Lord throws his transcendental glance over the material nature, then only can the material nature act as a father contacts the mother, who is then able to conceive a child. Although it appears to be the layman that the mother gave birth to the child, the experienced man knows that the father gives the birth to the child. The material nature therefore produces the moving and standing manifestation of the material world after being contacted by the Supreme Father and not independent. Considering material nature to be the cause of a creation, maintenance, etc., called the logic of nipples on the neck of a goat. Ajagalasthana. The Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes the logic of Ajagalasthana Nyaya as follows, explained by His Divine Grace, Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. The material nature as the material cause is known as a pradhan, and the efficient cause known as a maya. But since it is inert matter, is not the remote cause of creation. Kaviraj Goswami states as follows: Atayeva Krishna Mula Jagat Karan Prakriti Karanaya Che Ajagalastan. Because Karanarunava Shai Vishnu is a plenary expansion of Krishna. It is he who electrifies the matter to put in a motion. For example, the electrification is quite appropriate, as peace the example of electrification is quite appropriate. A piece of iron is certainly not a fire, but when the iron is made red hot, certainly it has a quality of a fire through its burning capacity. Matter is compared to the pieces of iron and it is electrified or made red hot by the glance of the manipulation of the supreme consciousness of Vishnu. Only by such electrification is the energy of the matter displayed in a various sanctions, various actions and reactions. Therefore, the inert matter, neither efficient nor the material cause of the cosmic manifestation. Sri Kapil Dev has said, Yatho mulakad visfulingat dhumat vabi swasam bhavat apyatmatameve vibhimamatam yathagni pratigat ulumukat. The original fire, its flame, its sparks and its smokes are all one. For fire is still fire, it is different from the flame. Flame is different from a spark, and spark is different from the smoke. In every one of them, namely the flames, in the sparks and in the smoke, the integrity of fire is present. Yet, all of them are differently situated with the different positions. The cosmic manifestation is compared to the smoke because when smoke passes over the sky, so many forms appear, resembling many known and unknown manifestations. The sparks are compared to living entities, and the flames are compared to the material nature. One must know that each and every one of them is effective simply because of being empowered by the quality of the original fire. Therefore, all of them, namely the material nature of the cosmic manifestation and living entities, are but the energies of the Lord, fire. Therefore, those who accept the material nature as the cosmic manifestation, original cause, Prakriti, the conclusion, the cause of a creation according to the Sankhya philosophy, are not correct in their conclusion. The material nature has no separate existence without the Lord. Therefore, setting aside the Supreme Lord as the cause of all causes in the logic of Ajagalastana Nyaya, or trying to milk the nipples on the neck of the goat. The nipples on the neck of a goat may seem like the source of milk, but try to get a milk from such a nipples will be foolish. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapada Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yadapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanja Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sagana Raghunath Animitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Varyazitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanavitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. There is no direct engineering by the Lord for the creation and destruction of the material world. What is described in the Vedas, but about his direct interference is simply counteract in idea that material nature is the creator. So here Shukadev Goswami is explaining Parikshit Maharaj regarding how one should understand that the real creator or the original creator, impetus, is nothing but their lordship, not this material nature. As it is explained in previous verses, that this material nature gets impregnated by the Lord. And when in this material world, the Lord's first Purusha incarnations appears, which is known as the Karanarnavashayi Vishnu. From his pores, all the planetary systems they come out, all the universes they come out. But they are in the form of just matter, which is inert. Unless and until it Lord impregnates this material nature with the living entities, which is his parts and parcel, nothing comes into existence. Generally, it seems that the nature is creating by his own. There is no interference required to create something. You don't go and grow apples on the tree. How it comes? It's natural. So, this material world also is not a creation of some matter, but it's the combination of Lord's potency, both external and internal. Internal potency in the form of the souls, and external potency in the form of a Panch Mahat Tattva, which is the amalgamation of all the material elements. Prabhupada specifically giving more emphasis on this particular point, that there are so many schools of philosophy and they have their own philosophy, which is totally different to each other. But ultimate essence is same, because all these processes, they culminate with the attainment of the God. Paths are different, processes are different, but they wanted to achieve the same destination. So for them, Lord, he incarnates in this world with a different forms. Sometimes he comes as a Vara, sometimes he comes as a Narasimha. But when he comes in that forms also, he is Lord himself, having all his eternal potencies. And whatever activity that he performs, that becomes the cause of a conditioned soul to go back home, back to God, whether knowingly or unknowingly. That's the glory of the association of a devotee. If you are in association of devotees, definitely you are going to know about the wonderful qualities of the Supreme Personality of God. But if you keep yourself touching with the gross material things, like the laborers who work so hard on the farm field. So one has to understand this. The ultimate creator, the original creator is Lord, not this material. So anything that need to be explained in this purport? Karana Arnava Shai. Arnava means water. Mahavishnu. So in the next verse, Ayam tu brahmana kalpa savikalpa udarataha viri sadharano yatra sarga prakrato vaikritaha. This process of a creation and annihilation described in the summary herein is the regulative principle during the duration of Brahma's one day. It is also said the regulative principles in the creation of Mahat, in which the material nature is praised. There are three types of creations called Mahakalpa, Vikalpa and Kalpa. The Mahakalpa, the Lord assumes the first Purusha incarnation as Karnodakshay Vishnu. With all the potencies of the Mahatattva and the 16 principal creative matters and instruments. The creative instruments are 11. The ingredients are 5 and all of them are products of Mahat or the materialistic ego. This creation by the Lord in the feature of Karnodakshay Vishnu are called Mahakalpa. The creation of Brahma and dispersion of the material ingredients are called Vikalpa. And the creation by Brahma in each day of his life is called Kalpa. Therefore, each day of Bhishma is called a Kalpa. And there are 30 Kalpas in terms of Brahma's days. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 17th verse as follows. Sahasra yuga paryantam maharya brahmano viduhu ratim yuga sahasratrim yuga sahasranam te avaratra vidachanaha. In the upper planetary system, the duration of one complete day and night is equal to one complete year of this earth. It is accepted even by the modern scientists and attested by the astronomers. Similarly, in the region of still higher systems, planetary systems, the duration of a day and night is still greater than in the heavenly planets. The 4 yugas are calculated in terms of the heavenly calendars and accordingly are 12,000 years in terms of the heavenly planets. This is called Divya Yuga. And 1,000 Divya Yuga make 1 day of Brahma. The creation during the day of Brahma is called Kalpa and the creation of Brahma is called Vikalpa. And when Vikalpa are made possible by the breathing of Mahavishnu, this is called Mahakripa or Mahakalpa. There are regular and systematic cycles of these Mahakalpas, Vikalpas and Kalpas. In answer to Maharaj Parikshit's question about them, Shukadeva Goswami answered in the Prabhasa Khanda of the Skanda Purana. They are as follows. Pratamam Shveta Kalpasya Dvitiya Nila Lohita Vamadeva Sthitiyastu Tato Gantantaro Paraha Rauravaha Panchamam Prokta Shashastha Pranayiti Smriti Saptamo Atha Brihat Kalpa Kandarpo Ashtamau Uchate Sadyo Tatha Navam Kalpa Ishano Dashamam Smriti Hyayam Ekadashi Proktas Tatha Sarvato Paraha Trayodasha उदानस्तु गरुडो अथ चतुर्दशः गुरुमः पञ्च कौमा कौरमः पंचदश स्नेयः पौर्णमासी प्रजापतिः षोडशो नरसिंहस्तु समाधिस्तु ततो परः अग्नेयो विष्णुजनाः सौरः सोमाकल्पस्ततो परः दिव्यांशो भवान् प्रोक्ता सुपुमान् इति चापरः वैकुण्ठस् चारसृष्टस् तद्वद् वालीकल्पस्ततो परः सप्तमिंशो अथ विराजो गौरीकल्पस्तथा परः महेश्वरस्तथा प्रोक्तस् त्रिपुरो यत्र गतः प्रीतिकल्पस्तथा चान्ते यत् यः कुहुर्ब्रह्मणः स्मृता. Therefore, 30 kalpas of Brahma are Shvetakalpa, Niralohitakalpa, Vamadeva, Gathantara, Raurava, Rana, Brihatkalpa, Kandarpa, Sadyotha, Ishana, Dhyana, Saraswata, Udana, Garuda, Kaurma, Narasimha, Samadhi, Agneya, Vishnujana, Saura, Somakalpa, Bhavan, Sukuman, Vaikuntha, Archisha, Vali, Kalpa, Vairaja, Gauri Kalpa, and Maheshwara, Paitri Kalpa. These are Brahma's days only, and he has to live months and years up to 100. So we can just imagine how many creations there are in kalpas one day. Then again, there are vikalpas which are generated by the breathing of Mahavishnu, as stated in Brahma Samhita. Yasya ganishvasita kalamatavalambya Shivanti loma vilajaha jagadandanata. Brahmanas live only during the breathing period of Mahavishnu. So the exhaling and inhaling of Vishnu are Mahakalpas, and all other the kalpas and all these are due to the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. For no one else is the master of all creation. So here again the detailed calculations about kalpas, Mahakalpas, Vikalpas has given, just to make us understand that in sense of eternal time, our life is insignificant. Brahma's one day is equal to 1,000 Divya Yugas. Among these 1,000 Divya Yugas, there are 14 Manus. This 14 Manus has their own period, that of a 71.5 Divya Yugas. In that 75 and 1 Divya Yugas, there are 71,000 times this Kali Yuga comes, which spans like a 4,32,000 years. Among this 4,32,000 years, what is our lifespan? On average 60-65, not more than that. If someone is living beyond that, they are living in bonus actually. Lord has given them bonus. Otherwise, the average people, they are living for mostly 60, 65 years. And amongst that, we have to perfect our life. As consideration of this huge time of a creation and annihilation, our existence is insignificant. And within that fraction of a time, we have to make arrangement to go back home, back to God. So how intensely we have to do it? Just to make us understand these things and make us serious about our sadhana and endeavor to go back home, back to Godhead. All these descriptions are. So let's try to understand this and try to become serious about our own practices that we do for nurture our consciousness and go back home, back to God. ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।